All right, do we have Jeremy here from the quartering?
Yep.
All right, it's time to go to Jeremy from the quartering. Let's cross the streams. Does your audience, they know you as the quartering, or do they usually refer to you by your first name, Jeremy?
Most of my audience is super loyal, so they call me Jeremy, but I always prefer the quartering.
You can plug, is it coffee brand, coffee company coffee? Let people know, because it's pretty good coffee.
Hey, I appreciate that. I didn't expect it, but yeah, coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code midterms will save you some money. I'll ask, check out the reviews.
Just to be clear, not a sponsor at all. Everyone here knows, but we have been using some of this coffee here in the office machine, and I can tell you that it's been met with rave reviews. Maybe at one point we can talk about something that's a lighter roast. I'm a light roast guy.
We're on it.
I do like the Colombian.
We have a special package ready for you. We've been formulating. I've had like 7 different taste tests based on your feedback. But let me just say something.
It's not your popcorn bucket, is it? Yeah. Have you been following the election, Jeremy?
Very closely. Okay. And I'm here to be your real-time update guy. I went through a drive-through funeral. That's a real thing that I attended because of Tony Evers. And this guy is currently leading by 100,000 votes.
A drive-through funeral?
You go to the parking lot and then you log in on Zoom, and then you view it, and then you're like there. But yeah, that's totally.
Well, why even go to the parking lot if you're going to do it on Zoom? Just Zoom it from home.
That's weird. This guy's bass is just blaring. You're like, could you turn that down? We're trying to do a Zoom eulogy.
Why are you tuning your suspension? I'm about to Skype someone's wake.
You know, right now with Milwaukee at 60% reporting, his last stronghold is Milwaukee. Madison's 92% reporting, and he's got 4-to-1 ratio, 4 votes to 1.
And Madison is substantially more liberal than Milwaukee, but it's not nearly as big.
Correct. And honestly, the fact that Tim Michaels is holding 32% in Milwaukee, that's probably above what he expected, but there's 60% of the vote in.
Oh, I tell you what, though, look, not to shit on your state, but let me shit on your state. This idea that it's the backbone of America, the Midwest, no, it's just a bunch of communists who work, in some auto factory.
We went from American made to American assembled.
Oh, I understand, you haven't been logging times 2.5 for overtime. I put some screws in there, and,
Callahan Auto is located in Sandusky, Ohio.
Well, we have a guy from Wisconsin here right now. Hey, why do you not, Jeremy, why do you not sound all
That's a fair question.
I don't really have much to say about that.
What's going on, everybody? Jeremy here from the quartering, and I would just want to say, wow, huge news for Steven Crowder, for free speech, for new tech, for everyone who's worried about YouTube, for everyone that doesn't want to be a part of YouTube, for everyone that wants to be a creator and isn't quite sure if they can make it on YouTube. Last night, Steven Crowder accomplished what might be the most significant piece of really a litmus test or proof that people who want new tech and new options have been waiting to see. Now, there are a lot of new tech options, and I don't throw my hat in with any of them, really. I give them free advertising space across the top of my screen because I support new tech and I want them to succeed. So I've been using BitChute. I've been using Odyssey. I've been using Rumble and various other YouTube alternatives since they've existed, because I won't even say conservative voices. I'll just say like non-mainstream type voices have been suppressed on these platforms for many, many years. In fact, YouTube was really the first one to start really kind of screwing with people. I have to basically beg my viewers to subscribe like every video, and it gets annoying for them, but like most people are not going to find my videos in YouTube search. So if you're one of the people watching this video and you aren't yet subscribed, that is one of the most powerful things you can do to the channels that you watch, because at least you'll have a chance to see their videos. So if you haven't, not just for my channel, but for like Steven's channel or any other YouTuber that you watch, whether it's on, and also if you're watching on like Rumble or BitChute or Odyssey, take the time to subscribe. I know you have a dummy email address you can use to create an account, because that's the struggle most content creators face. It's that people don't, it's almost impossible for discovery to happen. It'd be very unlikely, I've said this before and I'll say it again, it'd be very unlikely for anybody to ever like go down the same path as like Tim Pool and I did now, like reading articles and commentating on stuff, because the YouTube algorithm has changed so much that there's like no chance to be discovered. So people go to alternatives. Even on my Rumble, it's possible for me to pass 100,000 subscribers on Rumble. I know I'm at 96,100 subscribers. It's possible. Now I know a lot of my views on Rumble are like, or my subscribers on Rumble are like solidarity subs, but if I ever had to move, that's 100,000 people that actually get notified when I upload over there. Well, last night, Steven Crowder proved what nobody really was sure of, and that is that we actually have viable alternatives available. He was live streaming to, I think at some point, 350,000 people on Rumble, plus another 100,000 people on Mug Club, which brings a total to, let's just say, 400,000 people live watching a video that was not on Twitch, that was not on YouTube, but on a new tech platform. Yes, Steven is a large creator, okay, and he has his loyal fans, but that kind of crossover to a new tech platform is unprecedented. I mean, I know that like Andrew Tate had a big live stream there. I know that I think like Bongino when he first moved over, but like Rumble is almost ready. The search feature needs to get improved, but they're actually paying for their videos now too, like ad revenues flowing. Like by this time next year, Rumble is going to be a major player, and it's going to be because of guys like Steven Crowder, mobilizing and taking their loyal fans, really because of their fans, going over there and proving that these things can work. And so I'm filled enormously with optimism for new tech because of what Steven did. And I also want to thank him very personally. He brought me on the show last night, and it was very hectic. He was very busy, but he made time for me. And he called out, he shouted out Coffee Brand Coffee. Like the minute he said Coffee Brand Coffee, there was like 700 people on the website, and there's like 300 new customers. He didn't have to do that. I wasn't expecting a shout out. I did wear my hat, but he looked out. I view Steven Crowder as a true ally and friend. And I'm really glad that he put me on. And if you missed it, here's most of my appearance last night. I have to cut a little bit out because we were on Rumble and there's things you could say there that you can't say here. But if you missed my appearance on Crowder last night, I'm going to put most of it right here. And again, thanks, Steven. And I'm just filled with so much optimism about the future of new tech right now.
All right. Do we have Jeremy here from the quartering?
Yep.
All right. It's time to go to Jeremy from the quartering. Let's cross the streams. All right, Mr. Jeremy Quartering. Does your audience, they know you as the Quartering, or do they usually refer to you by your first name, Jeremy?
Most of my audience is super loyal, so they call me Jeremy, but I always prefer the Quartering because if people search up my name, then they'll just find out how I was like 4th grade reader of the week in my elementary school, and that's not as impressive as my YouTube channel.
Well, you're doing better. And by the way, you can plug, is it Coffee Brand Coffee Company Coffee? Let people know, because it's pretty good coffee.
Hey, I appreciate that. I didn't expect it, but coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code midterm will save you some money. I'll check out the reviews. I won't shill what we have.
I get it. Yeah. And we've just
check out the reviews.
Just to be clear, not a sponsor at all. Everyone here knows, but we have been using some of this coffee here in the office machine, and I can tell you that it's been met with rave reviews. Maybe at one point we can talk about something that's a lighter roast. 'Cause I'm a light roast guy. But,
we're on it.
I do like the Colombian.
We have a special package ready for you. We've been formulating. I've had like 7 different taste tests based on your feedback. But let me just say something.
It's not your dick in a popcorn bucket, is it?
That's
that might be one of them.
It's called Davy Pops.
Landau.
Yes.
What the hell? You ordered? You're like, give me some of that Starbucks stuff. I didn't know you had a. I know that Lotto with Carter is very inclusive, but I didn't know that.
It's just because it's all they had in the fridge from Costco.
Oh, you wanted the cold coffee
candy, the cold coffee candy kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's super inappropriate. I would rather have your Coffee Brand coffee.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just we don't have it cold. We have it with Technivore Mocha Master. Right, that's enough.
We have a cold brew.
Oh, that's true, but we just don't make it here for Dave because he's the only one who drinks that fairy beverage.
Okay. Well, I wish it was alcohol, but the
very
judge says I can't.
Very closely.
Okay.
And I'm here to be your real-time update guy. Okay, so I live in Wisconsin. A lot of people don't know this. It's very stressful right now. Tony Evers is currently leading by about 2 points. I can't believe it. This is a guy that locked down the state. Everyone forgot.
Yeah.
How can people forget? They all forgot. I went through a drive-through funeral. That's a real thing that I attended because of Tony Evers. And this guy is currently leading by 100,000 votes.
A drive-through funeral?
White Castle.
Yeah, you went to you go to. It's not quite as delicious as White Castle, but you feel the same afterwards.
That's disgusting. You're going to eat a corpse? That's a horrible place to take. This is what happens. People get on this show, they try to out dark humor us, and then it's like, yeah, I was eating a corpse.
No, I was not eating the corpse. You go to the parking lot, and then you log in on Zoom, and then you view it, and then you're like there. But yeah, that's totally.
Well, why even go to the parking lot if you're going to do it on Zoom? Just Zoom it from home.
That's weird.
I don't make the rules. I just go. You know, they say, "Hey, we'll park your car next to me. We'll feel solidarity."
Someone revving up his Honda Shadow. Like, what are you doing? Shut the hell up! I got a FaceTime.
Some guy's bass is just blaring. You're like, could you turn that down? We're trying to do a Zoom eulogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you tuning your suspension? I'm about to Skype someone's wake.
Right.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen there in Wisconsin? Because Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken, right? Aren't we looking at Wisconsin? That was one of my out of left field predictions as far as Wisconsin. As far as the Senate, I think we have Johnson. Well, not really out of left field, but Johnson is going to win. So that's a good one.
Yes. Big over Mandela Barnes, who's a super uber liberal. The House is fine. The governor, I really thought, Tony Evers gobbled up a lot of votes about he wanted to legalize it and all this stuff, and he never even did that. And right now with Milwaukee at 60% reporting, his last stronghold is Milwaukee. Madison's 92% reporting, and he's got 4-to-1 ratio, 4 votes to 1.
And Madison is substantially more liberal than Milwaukee, but it's not nearly as big.
Correct. And honestly, the fact that Tim Michaels is holding 32% in Milwaukee, that's probably above what he expected, but there's 60% of the vote in. I think he can still come back.
Are there any counties that you're talking about, your guy there, your Mr. Red guy there, that he has coming in that are not a significant portion of coming in? Because we're kind of going state by state and looking at these. This is why I think Georgia is probably not too bad as far as Walker. And then Pennsylvania is looking pretty good for Oz because of the numbers coming through Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. But again, there are some big counties there that have not come in for Oz. Are there counties like that in Wisconsin?
Not really. With about 650,000 estimated votes left, he can close that gap. But, I mean, the counties that are red, and there's not going to be much that I was expecting him to flip. So it's going to be close no matter what. He's closing the gap. He's down. Now it's 48.6 to 50.3 with, like I said, 50,000 votes separating him. But with Milwaukee, with only 60% in, that means he's going to widen his gap. It doesn't look good. And I'm shocked that it didn't go differently. But
I tell you what, though, look, not to shit on your state, but let me shit on your state, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Michigan. This idea that it's the backbone of America, the Midwest. No, it's just a bunch of communists who work, in some auto factories. People need to understand this. This is the fact. This is why I say that when people say American made, it's like, well, if it comes down to Union American made in the Midwest, or which is basically communist versus communist Chinese, but it's like, well, the communist crap from China costs less. So there's American made in right to work states, and a lot of people don't realize that the Midwest is very much an entitlement, sort of what used to be the breadbasket here in the United States. We have this in Wisconsin. You have it in Michigan. You have it in Pennsylvania. And fortunately, Donald Trump was able to reach across that a little bit. But I think a lot of entitlement people who voted for him initially said, well, I didn't get enough of the free stuff he promised, and swung back. These are not conservative voters consistently. The Midwest is very liberal because of the entitlement union mindset that is very deeply entrenched.
Well, we went from American made to American assembled, and that's like a real thing when you talk to the people at the pub, regular everyday people. A lot of these companies that used to have 100,000 employees, 50,000 employees, they have like 1,000 now, and all the parts come in from China, overseas, and whatever, and they're just happy to have their job. And so when their union leader says, "Hey, here's who you vote for," that's who they vote for. Yeah, and I don't necessarily blame them. Like personally, I understand not everyone's willing to be the nail that sticks out. But that's kind of what's happening.
I blame them
around here.
These union leaders in Michigan, they come in, they go, I understand, you haven't been logging times 2.5 for overtime. Oh, that's a nice desk. That's a nice picture of your wife.
Oh, no, Steve. I thought Tudor Dixon had a chance, and she still does.
I agree.
It's not
she
still
does.
I think she still does.
I think there's part of Michigan, though, and part of Wisconsin, though, the remain the people that we're talking about. I really do.
Yeah, no, there is a part
but
of
you are right. There is a huge problem, and he is right, from Michigan made to Michigan, or from American made to American assembled. Like, there's so many cars made in Mexico that you think are like, oh, that's the Chevy Malibu.
Put my name on there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Put my name on there after that.
Why would I keep a factory open when all I want is my name box?
Wow.
Whoa. That's all I want. I put some screws in there, and
It's the Tommy Boy quote, if anybody.
Yeah,
No, I know.
Yeah.
Callahan Auto is located in Sandusky, Ohio.
Well, we have a guy from Wisconsin here right now. Hey, why do you not,
Sorry.
Jeremy? Why do you
Sorry,
not sound all retarded?
That's a fair question.
Look. I don't really have much to say about that, but I will say.
Well, see, that right there was not retarded. You said that. You didn't say, I don't have a lot to say about that.
Not
That's
that
a fact, Jack.
We're going to the snack shack.
Yeah.
There you go.
There are a lot of people who the northern Wisconsin accent. So I still have my Wisconsin words. Okay, bag, milk, sheriff. There are many things that I'm still very Wisconsin in, but
Right.
I'm not northern Wisconsin. I'm southeastern Wisconsin. I'm just outside of Milwaukee or
The
Milwaukee.
sheriff took my bag of crack.
Yeah, they're sure. I was at the snack shack with the sheriff. They wouldn't give me any crack.
Well, there you go. Jeremy's
Bill
going to be in the next
Farley.
season of Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That was in Sheboygan, okay? That was like 20 minutes away.
Yeah?
Oh, come on.
All right. Okay. Give me, Jeremy, sorry, we're running a little bit later. Give me your final predictions here for this evening, I guess. Or do you have any calls that you've made that are kind of out of left? Oh, and you know what? Let me actually get your. So, you hate YouTube as well, and I know that you do work, you do stream there.
I do.
Tonight is kind of a big shift. More people have been watching the
so
stream
proud of
here
you
on
guys.
Rumble than on YouTube, which for us is I would love to not have to stream to YouTube, to stream somewhere else and put clips on YouTube would be the perfect world. Tonight was the first night, I think, where we saw that is something that could be feasible in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Enough people will migrate with not only us, but people like you. They've voted with their viewership tonight. And I do think that is the most positive story, I think, from the evening.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of you all, and the idea that you have a live stream with nearly 500,000 people watching you between Mug Club and Rumble. Literally, you have, whether it was voluntarily or not, you've proven that you can exist and you can have a powerful voice without traditional mainstream tech. And so, when I'm smaller creators like me, us little guys, we see this and it's like, okay, well. Maybe I do some exclusives off content, off platform, and maybe I go to a place where I can speak a little more freely. So I'm really, really happy you brought me on. My long shot is I'm gonna go long shot, New York, Lee Zeldin.
No, they already called the New York governor, didn't they?
What the hell?
I don't care what they called. Still my long shot. It was my long shot 3 hours ago. You danced with the girl.
Thanks for waking up for us there, Jeremy. Hey, by the way, if you take this and upload it to YouTube, which I give you permission to, just make sure you take out the.
Oh yeah, I am a good boy.
Well, we can't.
I know
be
they did
on
call
YouTube.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, Jeremy, thank you, brother. It's the quartering
you,
on
sir.
YouTube. He is not yet suspended or banned. We'll have you here on the show in the coming weeks, and we'll talk about that coffee light roast.
Lighter.
Lighter. I mean, a lighter roast. I'm a lighter roast guy. Jeremy, thank you, brother. Go get some sleep.
Thank you.